Good afternoon, children. Children, we are again with the new topic of economics, that is people as a resource. Before starting the lesson, children, I had given you many questions in my previous class from the second chapter, that is sectors of economy. But children, you are not posting any homework, you are not writing any homework. So please complete it. I had given you many questions. If you want, I will just repeat once again. The questions are: differentiate between primary, secondary and tertiary sector I had given you. Second, what is organized and unorganized sector? Differentiate between it. I'd also given you the questions like what is federalism? How it is being practiced? All the answers are given in your book, your senior NCERT book. The next was what makes India a federal country? In that I explained you about union list, state list and concurrent list. So in this I'm talking about civics. But today we'll not talk about civics. We'll start with the new lesson of economics. That is money and credit. Now, children, all of you must be knowing about what is money, because money you deal every day, everyone knows and everyone uses it. I think there is not a single day in your life also and in our life also that without money we cannot do any activity. But in this lesson we are going to discuss about what is money, what money does, and before invention of money, how people were doing transactions. Before invention of money means now we are using money in form of currency and notes. But in past, these currency and notes were not invented, but transactions were taking place. This type of transactions which were taking place in absence of money in past, it was known as barter system. Now children, you would not have heard about barter system. This is a new term for you. But I will explain you what is barter system. Barter system is a system in which the transaction takes place when goods are exchanged with goods. For example, children, if you are having a pen and if you want a book, what you have to do? You have to search a person who wants a pen and in return he can give you a book. If the matches of the two party, the seller and a buyer, they match with each other, they coincide, then only the transaction can take place. If you want to sell a pen and if any person he wants to purchase your pen and he is having a book, then only this transaction can take place. But in past, when money was not there, these type of transactions were taking place. An essential condition for this transaction was double coincidence of bonds. What is double coincidence of bonds? Double coincidence of bonds means the bonds of the two parties, the purchaser and the seller, they should coincide. The coincidence should take place. They should match with each other. If a person wants to sell a thing, another person should buy the thing that other wants to sell. When these two wants match, then only barter system can become successful. I have given you example of pen and a book. You can take other examples also. So this we can say was a limitation of barter system also, that if transaction had to be taken place, coincidence of bonds became a necessity. So this barter system did not continue for a long period of time, but when no option was there, people, they just practiced it. This barter system in Indian villages still they prevail in some homes, but it is not a successful practice. But after that, money was invented and the things have become very easier because money has become a very good medium of exchange. At present, if you want to purchase anything, you don't have to think about that what other party wants, how the transaction will take place. Just you take the money, you go in the market and you will get whatever you want to purchase. So transactions have become very easier due to investment in, uh, due to invention of money. So in this lesson we are going to study about what is money, before money, which system was used. We have discussed the barter system. What was the essential feature of barter system? The essential feature of barter system was double coincidence of bonds. So this is the first part of the lesson, that is money and barter system. In another part we will discuss about modern forms of money. Before invention of money, after barter system, you would have learned in your history books that people started using precious metals like gold and silver. If anyone wanted to purchase anything, they took a gold coin or a silver coin in the market and they purchased it. Children, this was also not a good practice, and it did not continue for a long period of time, because gold and silver coins, they have their own value. They are very valuable. Gold and silver, all of you know very well that they are very expensive. So this practice also did not continue for a long period of time. But after that, money was invented and currency and notes came into existence. And this currency and notes come in category of modern forms of money. At present, the money that you have, that is coins, currency and notes, they are just of paper. They don't have any value on their own. That means the currency notes, why they are valuable? Because they are issued by Reserve Bank of India. The note that you are seeing at your home, 100 rupees note, 500 rupees, 2000 rupees. 500 rupees was used, now you are having 2000 rupees note. What is this? 2000 rupees note, then the currencies you are having. If just they don't have the signature of RBI governor, if they are not issued by the RBI on direction of central government, children, you would be knowing about various scandals where people, they are using the notes which they are not of good, they are not the real notes, and you know that various actions are taken against them. So these notes or currency that you are using, they don't have their value in their own. They are not so. You can compare with the gold coins and the coins that you are using. The golden coins, they are very valuable, but the coins that you are using today, they don't have their own value. So the currency and notes, they are an example of modern forms of money. They are issued by Reserve Bank of India by the direction of central government. And that is why this money is now used as a medium of exchange. Medium of exchange means if you want to purchase anything, you take that money in the market, you can get anything you want either in your country or if you go anywhere out of your country. So the first example of modern form of money is currency and notes that you are seeing there, that you are having at your home. Second is deposits in bank, or you can say demand deposit also. Now what is this deposits in bank? Children, today it is a tendency that people don't keep more cash at home. First in past, it was a trend that everyone got salary in cash in their hand and they kept cash at their homes. You would have heard about various stories about your grandparents. They kept the golden coins, silver coins or currencies also underground, under the walls. But now at present, nobody keeps money at the home. They only keep that amount of money which is used for the daily expenses, and rest they deposit it in the bank. Suppose the salary of your father is 1 lakh rupee or 50,000 rupees. Will he keep all the money at home? No. At present, this is not done. What your father will do? Now the trend is anyone does, they don't get salary in cash, directly the salary go in the banks. What your father will do? He will withdraw the money only which is required for the month. Suppose 5,000 or 10,000, he'll keep in at home, and rest salary amount is kept in the bank. And whenever the money is required, your father will go to the bank or he will take the card and he will withdraw the money. Then children, you will say that if money is not in the hand, then it is not money. Your father will also be in tension that, oh, my money is with the bank, how my all expenses will go on. But this is not so. The money which is there in the bank, that is also your money, because whenever you want, you can go in bank and withdraw it on your demand. Whenever you demand the money, you go in bank, you withdraw it, or you withdraw the money, you take out the money through your ATM cards. So the money which you have kept in the bank and which you can withdraw whenever you want, that money is known as demand deposit. It is known as demand deposit because you can withdraw that money on a demand. Now children, the money which the bank is keeping, on that money you get interest also. Along with money, bank gives you interest. Now we have discussed in modern forms of money, currency and notes. After currency and notes, check. I think all of you must have seen check at your home, your parents also. Check is also a form of money. You would have heard that if you do the transaction of more amount, suppose 50,000, 60,000, suppose if your father wants to purchase a refrigerator, he goes to the shop and he says that I'll not give you cash along, instead of cash you take a check, because different many people, they don't keep more cash with them. Now what this check will do? A check is a paper which instructs the bank to give money to a person who gives the check to the bank. But what should be there? The person who issues the check, his account should be there in the particular bank. Now what the shopkeeper will do? He will take the check from your father and he will go in the bank where your father is having a account. He will go there, he will show the check, and whatever amount is written on that check, whatever amount is instructed by your father, it is written in the check, that amount the bank gives to the shopkeeper. Now children, sometimes it happens that money is not there in your account and the shopkeeper, if he goes and he gives the check of 50,000, the bank says that in account only 20,000 is there. What will happen? The check will bounce. So to encash the check, what should be there? In the account, sufficient money should be there. Then only the amount can be given. So now what is check? The check is a paper instructing the bank to give the money to a person in whose name the check has been written. Now check is also a type of money. If you are having a check, if you have given check to any person, it is equivalent to cash. Now we have discussed 2 or 3 forms nowadays: ATM cards, credit cards, whatever we call as paper money. This also we can say that modern form of money. Now children, we have discussed about what is money, how money was invented, before money, which system was used for transactions. We have discussed about barter system. In barter system, we have discussed about the double coincidence of bonds. What is double coincidence of bonds? Then we discussed about before the use of money, what was used, that is the valuable metals, golden coins, silver coins. Then we have discussed about the modern forms of money. In that we discussed currency and notes. We have discussed about check, demand deposit and other paper monies like credit card, debit cards. About that you will read in detail in the senior classes, or I think all of you must be seeing at your home at present what is credit card, debit card. But you have to focus more on currency, notes and check and demand deposit. If in exam the question comes that what are the different forms of modern money, you have to write currency, notes, demand deposits and check. This will be the answer. So we have discussed about all this. Now after this we'll discuss about the 2 types of transactions. Children, there are 2 types of transaction: credit transaction and cash transaction. Now what is the difference between credit and cash transaction? Cash transaction is a transaction in which you take money, you go to shop. Suppose if you want to buy biscuit. You take money from your parents, suppose 20 rupees you have taken, you give to the shopkeeper will give you a biscuit in return. In this transaction, what you have done? You have done the use of cash. And in return of cash, in return of money, you have got a packet of biscuit. But suppose, if your mother says that at present she is not having money, what you do? You go to the shop and tell the shopkeeper that, give me a packet of biscuit, I will give you money tomorrow or day after tomorrow. You have not given the money as the shopkeeper knows your parents. They give you a packet of biscuit and the transaction takes place. You get a biscuit. But here what is absent? Cash is absent. And in place of cash, what is being used? Promise to pay in future. So children, for any credit transaction, what is required? If a person purchases anything with a promise to pay in future, this type of transaction is known as credit transaction. So this is the difference between the cash transaction and credit transaction. So we have discussed today regarding cash and credit transaction, what is money, what is barter system, modern forms of money. And in next class, we will discuss with two different credit situation. How credit has become beneficial for one person and for other person, how it has led to deterioration. So in my next class, we'll discuss about this. Before completing this part, I will just give you some questions that you have to do in your homework. These questions are related to the topic or to the part that I've taught you today. Mostly in board exam, it comes define barter system. This is very important question, children. Please note down in your copy, and in my next class after this, you will post the answers. What is barter system? I've already explained you, and the answer is given in your book also. You can see your book, answer is given there. Next is, what is double coincidence of bonds? I've already explained you, and the answer is given in your NCERT book also. What is double coincidence of bonds? All this question comes for 1 marks. What is barter system and what is double coincidence of bonds? Next, what are the modern forms of money? What are the modern forms of money? We have already discussed. In modern forms of money, we have discussed about currency, notes, demand deposits and checks. You have to explain all this point wise. It is given in your NCERT book. You don't have to refer any book. Everything is given in your book. Children, please take more help of any other book. Only use NCERT books because everything is given in detail. Now, the next question can also be asked. This question comes for 5 marks, children. It is, what is money? And discuss the different forms of modern forms of money. In this, you have to write currency, notes, demand deposits and checks. I've already explained you each and every point in detail. Next question can also come in the way that, what are cash and credit transaction? What is the difference between cash and credit transaction? This question can come for 3 marks. You can give your own example also. It is not essential that you have to give example of only biscuit that I have given you. To prove this, what is cash and credit transaction? I will explain you in my next class with example that is given in your book. With that example, you will understand in detail that what is cash transaction and what is credit transaction. So you have discussed the first part of lesson. In my next class, we'll continue with the 2 examples and other aspects of the lesson. So whatever questions I have given you, you write in your copy. Answers are directly given in your book. And if you have any confusion, you can ask me. Okay. Thank you, children.